and welcome to Tools to Create a Better Life with myself, Glenyce Hughes. Thank you so much for being here. I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. Magic with revenue and creation streams. Yes. Now, you may never have heard of creation streams before, so we will get there. But first, I do want to talk about revenue streams. So this is from the Business Done Different manual, one of the classes from Joy of Business. I recently became a certified facilitator with it, and it is one of my revenue streams. How the heck did I get so lucky? And there's a whole section about revenue streams and creation streams and a whole bunch of clearings. I am not going to go through them all on this show. Get your butt to a Business Done Different class. Come on over. Would love to have you. Have one coming up on October 28th, 29th, and 30th. You can either join us in London, England in person, or you can join us online. Either way, I would love to share these magical tools with you. So, revenue streams, I just want to read from the manual about this. So, Simone says, what is a revenue stream? Is each project, class, product, service a revenue stream? Yes. And it's not just how much money you receive. Revenue streams are also the contacts you create, the energy, the consciousness that's created with a project or a class. What does your product or service create in someone else's life? Is that a revenue stream? So it really is about not limiting what a revenue stream is and looking at how many revenue streams do you have that maybe you haven't even acknowledged. I was listening to a call with Christopher Hughes, no relation, although we are both from Saskatchewan, Canada, and he was talking on there about your mortgage being a revenue stream. And I'd never considered that before and just went, whoa, totally. So how many revenue streams do you have that you've never acknowledged? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. If you are new here, these tools are from Access Consciousness. The Joy of Business is from Access Consciousness. And that thing I just said, those crazy words together, is called the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. You can go to theclearingstatement.com for more information about how it works. But basically, as we talk about things like this and things get clunky and weird and all that, we run that and it starts to clear it so that we have more choice, we have more awareness, we have more possibilities, which is really what we're asking for. Now, I do want to run this clearing because I love it. How many random revenue streams are waiting for you to say, yes, please? And you're refusing to say, yes, please, because you've decided it needs to be hard work. Everything that is, we destroy and uncreate at all times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. What if it doesn't have to be? Look at your mortgage. If you have a mortgage, if you don't, that's fine. But look at something that you do know is a revenue stream and one that maybe isn't hard work. My mortgage is not hard work. It's just something that we pay every month, twice a month actually, we pay bi-weekly, and have done for years and years and years. How's it get any better than that? Now, I also have been cognitively, consciously choosing towards more and more and more revenue streams. So a few years ago, I created these cups. Well, actually, I can't say I did. The magician that works in my business, Erica is her name. She's amazing. So I gave her the words and she did the design. And then I put it on with a company online. So basically people can just go and order and I don't do anything except enjoy the money that comes in other than, what we did at the beginning. So this is a revenue stream, something that took some work to begin with, to get it set up, to figure out the words, make sure I wasn't copywriting anybody's stuff, and then Erica putting it together and designing it, and then finding the company that was, to work with and all of that. And now it just continuously generates money. How the heck does it get any better than that? Now, I don't have just one cup on there. There's multiple cups. Some cups haven't generated any money whatsoever. Nobody's purchased them. Some, like this one, there's been many purchases of, probably because it's so fun to say. And none of it's relevant. It's not like I have to have the money come in from these cups or from even this book. I have spoke about it before. I will continue to speak about it. It's called the Rocketbook Fusion. We'll put a link above or below. This is a revenue stream for me. The link that I share is something called an affiliate link, meaning that I get a percentage when people use my link to purchase this book. Now, here's the thing with me. I can't sell what I don't love. Now, that's an interesting point of view. There's things I could do with that, and it actually works for me. I'm okay. I don't desire to share a bunch of things that I don't love. It just doesn't, I have enough things that I love to share that work for me. This book I recently got, and I have probably saved 1,000 trees. Okay, that might be an exaggeration, but I'm a writer. I'm constantly jotting things down. And so before, I just always had paper and I would jot down, and then when I was done with it, I'd usually fold it over and use it as much as I could, but it would always get burnt. And we burn our paper here at the acreage. This book, literally, guys, I have my action list. I write it down. I scratch out as I do it. Then when I want to start a new one, because I like things looking fresh, I just go to a different page, I restart it, and then I can wipe this off with a little bit of water and the cloth. So I love this. I have recently ordered the markers, or like the colored pens that goes with it. So just another revenue stream. So how many revenue streams could you add? Like, what else is asking for you? What else is saying, come on over. I'd love to generate you some money. I'd love to actualize some money. Yeah, I know, right? So there was another one in here. Here's the other one I wanted to run. So what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you and your body be that would allow you to be the revenue creations beyond anything you've ever imagined? Anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate at all times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, popoc, shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. Yeah, imagine being the revenue streams, creating beyond what you never imagined possible. So really start asking every day, if this is something you would like more of, start asking every day, what revenue streams could I add? And I usually ask the universe, can you bring me profitable revenue streams today that would be fun for me? One, I'm really only interested in profitable revenue streams for the most part. We'll talk about another aspect to that in a moment, and that are fun for me. If they aren't fun for me, I won't do them. This is one thing I know about myself. So with that, let's actually talk about creation streams. So this is the other section in the manual. So revenue streams make you money. Creation streams may be contributing something else. Some projects don't create money, but they maybe increase consciousness in the world and are therefore valued. When you have a creation stream, ask, what revenue stream can support this creation? So when I very first started traveling around the world with the classes that I was facilitating and such, there were a lot of those classes that were creation streams. They were not revenue streams. By the time we paid for the expenses of the travel and all the pieces, it didn't generate money. There wasn't money at the end of it. And there were so much creation as part of it. There were people then that became a part of my world that maybe assisted with other classes, or maybe they joined other classes of mine and such. So they were creation streams. Now, I didn't do a very good job of asking what revenue stream can support this creation. However, on some level, I was asking that, because what I do, and still do to this day, although for the past couple of years I haven't traveled nearly as much, well, barely traveled, let's say, although that's changing. So come and play somewhere in England. We've got the tour of England going on. You'll find a link above or below, and other creations in the works like Dubai and Florida and Arizona and Las Vegas and France and all the other places. So things are in the works, guys. But so what I did without even really realizing it, or not necessarily on purpose, was that I created an online business that was more of the revenue stream that supported the creation streams that were the classes that didn't, balance out at the end of the money, but did create so much more. And then in the last section of that, it says when you start looking at that, so in terms of like what creation streams, what revenue streams can support these creation streams, it'll show up and it allows you to be more present with the finances. You don't create based on the finances, but be present with them. So if I would have looked at those classes, let's say, and said, okay, well, in order to make that class work financially, to pay for our travel, to pay for my time, to pay for the hosts, to all that, I would need, I don't know, let's say $20,000 from that class. And let's say I only had enough people registered for 10,000. If I was doing it from this reality, I'd say, oh, well, then no, we will cancel the class. We don't ever want to look at it from that. I don't mean we don't ever want to cancel classes. Absolutely. There's going to be times, or maybe times, where that will create greater, but you don't want to do it from that energy. And I recently had a creation team meeting with all the hosts for England, and they asked the usual question of, okay, well, how many people do you need, or in each class, and I've tried that. I've tried that. I just don't find it works. And I wonder what else is possible. So, if that works for you in your business, please keep doing it. It isn't about changing it, but it is about looking at, like, what would I like to create here? Some of the things that we put into the world are not about creating money from it. And many will be, and some won't be. And then this is where this question, what revenue stream can I support with this creation? It's a totally different take on it. Gets you out of the logic of business, or the right way to do business, or the wrong way to do business. I luckily I was just having so much fun back then with all the travel and all of that it was creating. There was a lot of money being created, just in different ways. But if I'd have done it, if I had sat down with an accountant probably that doesn't know this stuff, they probably would have told me, don't travel anymore. Like, what are you doing? Stay at home. Look at all the money, the profit from this. And what if it's okay? And also, what if it's okay when I travel, and in those classes it does, also generates a lot of money, and then the online stuff also generates a lot of money. I mean, what if there was no limitation? But it really is about inviting you to look at something different, inviting you to a different possibility with all of this. Yeah. Now, if you are interested, I have a free gift for you. It is called the Ultimate Confidence in Business Guidebook. I share 5 different weird tools, of course, that will allow you to be the confidence in your business and really create profit, so that you can be the profit, you can be the revenue streams, and you can really recognize and acknowledgize all of the creation streams and revenue streams that are there. So go and check that out. Link is above or below. If you don't see it, reach out and I will get it to you. So I wonder how many creation and revenue streams you can add today that you've never even considered. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I look forward to chatting again next week.